This is the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, and I have on the line with me none other than Shotgun Willie Simmons. Simmons and the Panthers have had an extended bye week getting ready for the Sam Houston Bearkats. Coach, how you doing today, sir?
Oh, doing well, Mike. Good to hear from you.
Well, it's good to hear from you as well. It seems odd. I know you've seen everybody else get their games kicked off, and you guys are still chomping at the bit. Does it still feel like you're in pre-training mode, or does it feel like the season is upon you now?
Well, you know what? It kind of dawned on me. We just got off the practice field about 15 minutes ago, and it actually dawned on me in pre-practice, as I was watching the guys warm up, and right before we got ready to break it down, that we're the only team in the country that hasn't played a game yet. So I reminded the guys of that as we broke it down and said, hey, we're the last show in town, and hopefully the build up it will be worth it, and we can go out there and put up a great showing on Thursday night.
Well, almost unexpectedly, this could kind of work out to your advantage. Wouldn't you say so?
Well, again, it definitely gives us a little bit of time to prepare. We were able to watch the game on TV, Sam Houston versus Richmond, so it kind of gave us an idea of some of the things that they do. Of course, you can't break an entire team down off of one game, but we were able to see a few new things that they've installed. They do have new coordinators on both sides of the ball, so it gave us a chance to see if they had changed a whole lot. So as far as us getting to the game healthy, us being able to, again, scout them a little bit before we take the field, hopefully it works out in our advantage.
Now, as far as the young guys and their approach toward the game, you got the big delay, of course, with Hurricane Harvey. Has it been a little bit unrest going around in the camp as these guys are just ready to explode and hit somebody other than themselves?
Well, I think we've gotten past that point. We kind of started to transition into game mode the week before, Hurricane Harvey came, of course, as we prepared for TSU. So at this point, we're in full game mode. Our guys are focused on the task at hand. We have a huge challenge ahead of us with the number 3 team in the country coming to town, and so, again, we've had a really good week of practice so far. Hopefully we can put together a few more before, again, it's time to put it all together on national television Thursday night.
Well, we're talking with Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons as the Panthers get ready for their home season debut against the Sam Houston Bearkats this Thursday, September the 7th, at the new Blackshear Stadium on the beautiful campus of Prairie View A&M University. Now, Coach, I know you got a chance to watch and watch other teams go, and it's almost hard to stay focused when you're seeing all this football around you and you've yet to get out there on the field. But were there any surprise games for you this weekend that as you looked over the football calendar?
Well, of course, again, you mentioned you just got off the phone with Mike London. So, again, I tip my hat to those guys up at Howard, for doing something that's never been done before, to beat a game with your 45-point underdog, to win a game with your 45-point underdog, and, again, to beat an FBS opponent. So, again, I tip my hat to those guys, the job that he's done in his first game as a head coach at Howard. There's nothing short of amazing. Again, Rod Reed up at Tennessee State, pulling off the upset against Georgia State in their new stadium in Atlanta. And again, multiple upsets. I think North Carolina A&T has another big win. James Madison upset East Carolina. I guess you can call it an upset. I don't know who was favored in that game because James Madison's the reigning national champion. But again, I think it's beginning to be more and more known across the country that there's really good ball in FCS. And again, I don't think we get the credit that we deserve from top to bottom, but there's really good coaches in this league. There are really good players in this division, and hopefully we'll continue to get chances to show what we can do. And again, we have a prime opportunity against one of the top teams in FCS, on paper in Sam Houston State this Thursday. But again, was happy to see those games, and of course, my alma mater won, so always good to see that.
I knew you was gonna throw that Clemson in sooner or later, man. I was just waiting on you to shoot that one out there. We're talking with Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. I'm surprised, Coach, that you did make mention of Tuskegee beating Alabama State.
Well, that was a shocker. Again, now Tuskegee is a very good program, and of course that's a game that for years and years has become a rivalry. So, again, it's hard to call that one an upset, so to speak, because again Tuskegee has always play Alabama State tough. I mean, they've beat them in the past. And so, again, they have a very good program. And, of course, you know, with Alabama State being in the conference, you know, sometimes it's a little bit bittersweet when conference members lose to out-of-conference opponents, you know, because we want to continue to build the SWAC brand name. And, you know, anytime we get a chance to go and play a team from another conference or another division, you know, again, me personally, selfishly, you know, I'd like to see us come out on top. You know, it's the same thing with Howard. You know, Howard beats an FBS opponent and, you know, A&T. You know, so if it's an HBCU, you know, but of course in this situation there was two of them, Tuskegee and Alabama State. But, you know, being a SWAC coach now, you know, I always want to see SWAC teams do well. And but that was a little bit of a surprise to see Tuskegee kind of pull off I guess you call it an upset over Alabama State.
Absolutely. Now, Coach, we're going to move a little bit to the X's and O's for your Panthers. It is the dawn of a new season, and I got to ask you, have you selected a starting quarterback yet?
$1 million question, huh?
Yes,
you know,
sir.
I guess I pull a Jim Harbaugh and say KJ Black's gonna be the starting quarterback.
Does KJ still have some snap in that whip, man?
I'm sure he's got a lot of in his arm. It's those knees that couldn't take him, you know, all the surgeries he's had to those knees. But
right,
he can get out there and stationary, throw some darts out there. But again, you know, right now we're kind of anticipating using a multiple quarterback system. You know, again, I think all those guys, Bavell McCullers, Nico Hollins, and Jalen Moore, have all shown that they're capable of leading this team. You know, and I think they've all shown that they deserve a chance to play. You know, so whichever one starts the game, of course, because somebody has to start the game, doesn't necessarily mean that they'll finish the game taking that last snap. And so, you know, again, right now we're anxious to see who will go into the game and kind of show that they're a gamer. You know, it's always the thing as coaches that you want to see. But again, I anticipate at this point all three of those guys seeing some type of meaningful playing time in this game against Sam Houston.
Absolutely. Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons and the Panthers getting ready for the Sam Houston Bearkats it's a 6:30. I said 7, but it's a 6:30 kickoff on Thursday, and that game will be on ESPN 3?
ESPNU.
ESPNU. The U, the 3, I get them all confused at times. That's a sign of aging. Now, there's a big push right now, the Houston Strong Drive. You want to explain to the listeners what that's all about and what you got to lay ahead?
Yeah, what we want to do is, of course, we want to try to show our support, you know, for everyone that was either affected by Hurricane Harvey or that came out and helped. So, you know, any teacher, again, if you're a teacher, you have a teacher ID, you get, I think, a discount to the game. Any service member, you know, fireman, police officer, you know, Red Cross, anyone who's affiliated with those, you know, programs, I think getting to the game free. Students get a discount. Of course, our students get in free. Our professors, you know, local students, if you have a student ID, high school students, I think you either get in free or a discount. So not sure of the specifics because, again, I've been coaching and trying to make sure we can do our best to win the game. But if you go to our website, pvpanthers.com, of course, it will. You'll have a link that you can click on to see all of the details and how you can get into the game either for free or at a discount. You know, again, we want to try to make sure we pack the stadium. Again, national televised game, and we want to make sure that everyone in the country knows how we support our Prairie View A&M Panthers, not only as alum but also in the community. You know, in the Waller, Hempstead, Cypress, Greater Houston communities, we want to make sure that we show everyone how we support. So everyone, get your tickets. If you hadn't got your season tickets up to this point, do so. But again, if not, even walking up to the game, I'm sure if you have an ID, there's a way that you can get into the game either for free or for a discount. So there's no excuses not to be here Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. To celebrate and hopefully watch our Panthers make history.
Well, you've heard the Macedonia Call. The Panthers and the Bearkats will do battle this Thursday on ESPNU. Kickoff time will be at 6:30 Central Standard Time. And, of course, Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons going into his third year. Man, it doesn't seem like it, man, but yeah, one of us is getting old, huh?
Your words, not mine, brother.
Well, Coach, we're going to give you the final say of this segment here, as we always do.
Well, again, I just said it. Let's make sure we come out and support. Again, our thoughts and prayers continue to go out to everyone that's been affected by Hurricane Harvey. And, again, we're all, as a Prairie View A&M family, trying to do everything we can to show our support for everyone, in the greater Houston area, and even down to Beaumont, Lake Charles, all the way down I-10. Again, this has been a devastating natural disaster for a lot of people. And so, again, but, it gives us a chance to get out and watch some football. It's football season. And, it's our first game in this 2017 season. So hopefully we can, again, do what I always say and pack out Panther Stadium. Again, so I expect to come out of the tunnel at 6:30 to see a sea full of purple and gold. And, let's make sure we show Sam Houston what we can do down here on the hill.
Absolutely. Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons and the Panthers making the Macedonia Call. Will you answer? We'll see on this Thursday, September 7th at 6:30 p.m. Coach, as always, thank you so much for your availability and letting the listeners know what's going on in PV Nation. We look forward to the follow-ups. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, and as always, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.